Hello everyone and welcome to the Grand Finals of the Trinity League COD Mobile Playoffs. We are finally getting the last couple teams. It's going to be Game&Geek versus Singularity in a best of 5. So for reference, Tactic has disbanded, meaning Orion wins third place by default, which means we're just doing the Grand Finals, starting out with Hardpoint on Raid. Then we'll have Search and Destroy Standoff Domination played on Firing Range. Should we need them, Hardpoint on Standoff will be the 4th map, and Tiebreakers will be played on Search and Destroy on Firing Range if we need it. But given that these teams are both very strong, I expect we very well may. So both teams are ready, and we're just waiting for probably the captains to get ready to get started, and we are good to go. So Game&Geek is bit of a more of an upcoming team. I've honestly been very impressed by how well they've been able to maintain coordination throughout the entire matches. Like, when it comes to gunplay, when it comes to point taking, one thing I really noticed with Terea is, well, Terea in particular, is that they're obviously a very, very strong shooter. They should be getting like 20 some odd kills this round. If they don't, I'll be surprised. But the team overall, they coordinate their gunplay in a way that they're firing. Oh, I said that as they first blood, but this is a respawn mode, so that's no big deal. Anyway, this team coordinates firing lines such that they don't have to be physically together, but they're all aiming in the same location. However, Singularity just clearly doesn't care about that. They are just absolutely wiping out everything they can. Head for Death does go down, but so far, Singularity taking an early lead when it comes to points. Clashy, we're going to try to get that point back, though. We have actually quite a strong presence now coming in. Obviously, Game&Geek does not want to just have this go away too easily, and I can't say I blame them. They are obviously in a bit of a situation. Now, they don't want to lose. No one ever does. Because remember, this is the finals, so you gotta be really playing your heart out here, and they absolutely are. Singularity back in control of the point, but looking to retreat. Now looking to take that point. They are absolutely going for it, and they are having a hell of a time. Wich able to push them out again, and that's amazing. Clash able to take out Wich. Grenade pops in there, would have taken them out anyway, but that just contests the point. That doesn't actually hold it, and so far Singularity, they are being completely shut out from this point. Orga goes down, and so does Head for Death. Esther looking to get some long-range shots to avoid having to fight in the point, but quite frankly, it might be, judging by how the results were so far, clearly it works better there. We're now in the last few seconds, and already we are seeing a move over to the next point. And Nesmo is looking ready. No, they're not. What am I saying? Looking ready to retake. It was interesting strategy. Clashy well aware of what might be happening. And honestly, this point is one of the hardest ones to retake. I'm a little surprised we didn't see more of a push from Game&Geek to try to take it out sooner, but that is, well, that's not the case, clearly. Game&Geek has not taken it out at all, and at this point, they are starting to lose their lead. They still have a pretty strong lead. I can't deny that. However, Singularity, is worth noting, is a very strong team in respawn modes. If Game&Geek wins this, they're actually going to be at quite the advantage, because Search and Destroy has been Singularity's weakness. Ooh, Machine getting turned around. Nice job, Terea. Kind of realizing there was an issue and turning that around. Literally. But yeah, so I expect if there's a win for Game&Geek this round, we're going to be seeing them going to Search and Destroy very happy. At this point, it's hard to say, though. Both teams are playing very hard, and it's difficult to call any one team. Singularity has taken the lead once again, up 20 points. How long they hold that remains to be seen, and judging by their previous performance in the game, it's not going to be long. You're just coming in to try to retake, getting wallbanged. Nesmo and Terea coming in behind, but it's not enough. Sam's the only one currently alive, and this point is pretty much going to belong to Singularity. They seem to have found their groove now. Head for Death does go down, though. Terea finally coming in to help take that point, and that, or rather, finally able to take that point. They've been coming in several times. It just, thus far, Singularity's hold on to it. But now Singularity retreating to the next point, as is normal in the last 15 seconds. But hey, that's more points to go over to Game&Geek. Singularity taking, again, an early lead on the courtyard point. But Esther coming around, just ripping everyone apart. Do they see Machine? I think they do. They go for the flank. They don't. Oh, I thought they didn't get it, but they did just barely. Nax, however, in the center along with Orgic, and that is Nax taking on Nesimo. Orgic, or Hefted taking on Esther. Terea coming around the side. I'm not seeing them going for the point very much. Esther, however, trying to go through the kitchen, which we've seen in previous weeks is not the safest route to get in anywhere, but it is kind of the only one available. Nax still holding that point beautifully. Like, this entire time, it's been Nax on the point, making sure no one else gets onto the Orgic around the side, keeping anyone from even approaching the point. This has been an amazing point for Singularity. They are now up 60 points solidly, and already moving into the next point. They already have it. This is Nax finally going down, but Esther getting refragged. Clashy is taken out, and looks like we are going to see Game&Geek start to claw it back. It's far from over, but it is still looking kind of iffy. Like, it's definitely far from over. There's no reason to argue otherwise, but oof, this is not looking good when it comes to Game&Geek. They are looking to be down almost 100 points once this is over. Honestly, I'm a little surprised they aren't immediately going for the next point. We already see that only Nax and Clashy are at that current point. The remainder of the team already in the kitchen. Already preparing for the point to transfer over, and there it is. Although it's a little bit actually not quite so bad. Nesimo and Yudish coming in as the retake. Head for Death, however, retaking the retake. Esther is not able to defeat Head for Death, and that is Singularity looking to take another point. Ooh, never mind. Wallbang coming in here. Terea coming from behind, just wiping out everything. Nice two-putt pick. Orgic on the refrag. I can't even hold on to these players long enough. They're just killing each other too quickly. But the point is, the entire time, there is still an advantage. There is still the advantage to Singularity. And ultimately, the time will run out, though so far, it is evening out. But obviously, there is only so long this match can last as a tie game, and, well, should that happen, Singularity will take it, and Singularity does take the last 15 seconds of this point. Please tell me the rest of the team is going over to the garage, because they are needed there. And indeed, Terea is going over to the garage, but they are not able to hold on. Sam Silver comes in to save the day. Belatedly, but, you know, they do take the point, so can't fault it for that. Game&Geek looking to take the momentum back in their favor, forcing Singularity on a retake. Clashy not able to make that work, but Yudish heavily damaged as a result. Terea and Nesimo already looking just to try to take out whoever they can going around the map. Sam's in the middle of a gunfight, really the gunfight, and does not take it. Head for Death takes this point, and with that, possibly the game. The rest of Game&Geek was all roaming around the map, trying to avoid any, or trying to prevent anyone from getting into the match, or into the, well, yeah, really into the match proper. Try to keep them all out of this garage, and that didn't work. Now Singularity basically just needs to have the last 15 seconds on a point, and they have this game. Now, they aren't going to take it off this point. So there is still, like, vague hope, but it has to be a perfect game by Game&Geek from this point on. Like, they cannot lose any part of a single point. And unfortunately, they just have. It seems Game&Geek is not... While I found they were quite coordinated when it came to gunplay and it came to S&D, I don't know if they know exactly where the next point is. It feels like there's this constant roam coming in from Game&Geek. But Singularity is very decisively going for those points, and they have made it work. Singularity taking that first game. With that, they are looking to at least, well, set it for a tiebreaker. Again, Singularity has historically not been great at playing Search and Destroy. So I expect Game&Geek is going to be having a little bit of trouble there. That being said, it might not be so bleak. Singularity may have practiced. They were aware of this weakness, so I could very well see them having practiced, and, well, if they've done that, then that's going to be very different. Curious if we're going to see any changes on teams. I know Wich is the sniper off Game&Geek, so they're probably going to be fine there. And I believe Nax is the sniper on Singularity. Though again, if they've been practicing then it could very well have changed. Also, I should point out that Head for Death used to be part of Tactic, which disbanded. So that is, as is Machine SSJ. So 2 members of this team used to be on Tactic, which does change things quite a bit. Gotta be honest, Tactic was an extremely strong team, especially when it came to Search and Destroy. So I kind of don't know how to call it. And it could very well be that there were some swaps in the lineup for Singularity because of that one weakness. So with that, Head for Death and Machine SSJ being a bit wildcards here, I'm actually kind of curious if this is going to work, because if they are... I don't think either of them were snipers, though. Certainly they weren't snipers on Tactic. And we'll see how it works out, though. Of course, we are on Standoff, a very quick map. One which, I mean, good frag skills kind of matter a lot. Unless you're going for a tricky B-point plant, you're not going to be seeing a lot of... You're not going to be seeing as much in the way of like, maneuvering as you are just going to be straight-up gunfights. Next, already preparing right by the A-point tractor. But we aren't really seeing that push. I mean, next, Clashy rather is the one with the bomb here, and they are slowly going for B-point. Gunfight's going out. Turagan is taken out. Orgig heavily damaged as a result. You're just looking to find some targets to work with, but this seems to be the opening. Clashy decides to go for it, rushing to point A with support from Nax and Head for Death. And Wich does not see it. There's the trophy system. There's the plant. And it's 3v5 in favor of Singularity. Head for Death takes on Nesmo, leaves Esther and Sam's to try to go 2v5 with the pressure of the bomb planted. They can at least get one kill. Okay, they got at least one kill. Orgig goes down. Sam's taken in return, as with Esther. So that gives Singularity the first round. But hey, at least it's not totally over. Because that would kind of suck. Really, if you think about it, like that'd be painful. At any rate, we still have far more rounds to go. First round goes over Singularity. Oftentimes it will be like 2 to the attacking team and then 1 to the defending team once some amount of strategy has been figured out. And actually, Orgig already went down very early now, so it's 4v4, a much better position to be in if you're Game&Geek. You're just looking to try to find some good shots. Does counter-snipe Nax! That opens up a lot. Terea coming around the side takes out Machine. Esther taking out Head for Death. That just leaves Clashy. The bomb has been planted, but honestly, disarms could happen right now while Clashy is being fought. Or just, kill them first. A 1-on-1. Very quickly, Game&Geek ties up the round. Or ties up the game. So, Game&Geek, can you do that 9 more times? Or actually, I guess it'd be 8 more times, because then you go into attack. Probably not. But if they can do that 4 or 5 more times, then they'll be going into their attack phase with an even game. Which is really all you can ask for when you're dealing with high-level teams. Flash looking once again to possibly go for point B. They have the bomb. The rest of the team is looking for what picks they can get, but Game&Geek being quite careful. Nesmo does spot out Nax. Wich, actually not really where I'd expect them to be as far as counter pangs, but it's not really mattering yet. They haven't lost anything. They spot Nax. They go for it. They don't get it. The bomb plant happens. Nax goes down. And with that, it's a 4v5. Nesmo goes in. Terea gets taken out, but so Head for Death and Machine SSJ both very low, but not dead yet. Holding on to the point desperately. Yudish and Esther, the only ones left on Game&Geek. Plan has occurred. Yudish does get a kill, so it's 2v3. Or Esther rather gets a kill. Esther's gonna have to get 3 more if they want to have any shot at taking this match, and they don't! Get flanked by Head for Death, and that gives Singularity another point. Unsurprisingly, this is very much coming down to who gets first kills. Now, to be fair, Yudish did get a very nice shot off of Nax first. Now going much more aggressive this time. Trying to counter-snipe Nax as best they can, not finding it yet. Does get some damage on them. Finally takes him out with 2 shots. Pretty much has full control for point B, which leads to Clashy moving over around the long way to point B, not point A. Clashy actually looking around the side and gets taken out. The bomb way out of position. Now Orchid going for it. Don't have much confidence they're going to be able to get it, just considering his position. But no, Machine SSJ managing to do that. They, along with Orchid, are the only ones left. In a 4v2 situation like this, with B point being fully guarded, I mean, A point's kind of the only option, but even A point's not a really safe bet. At this point, it's just a matter of killing the opposing team. That's really all Singularity can do. If they get a 2v1, maybe they'll be able to plant, but I don't see them getting a plant opportunity. This is just not a situation where you get that. There's the first kill. Yudish goes down. Esther goes down as well. 2v2. Sam's and Nesimo, the only ones left. Nicely done, Machine. It's still a position of power for Game&Geek, though. Singularity looking for a plant opportunity. Or possibly more kills. They can find them. Orchid goes down. Machine goes down as well. And that gives the tie game. Game&Geek does not let things go lightly. 4 rounds into the attack phase, or halfway through the attack phase of Singularity. So far, it has not been a clean attack phase. They have had a great deal of resistance. Once again, Clashy going for that option select. Looks to be going more heavily for point B, but Grenade coming in there very nearly killing them. Now what you want to see... What they do want to see, though, is the fact that it is 3v3. It has evened out. Terea looking to find some picks off, however, on defense. Might be able to do that. Important thing, of course, is keeping the bomb from being planted anywhere. Clashy looking to go to B point, but Terea's holding on to that Orgic as well on the back, just kind of anchoring as you do. But Terea making sure that no anchor gets held. As hoist those anchors, because they are no longer going to be relevant. Last man standing. Finish it. Clashy is alone, coming into point A, trying to fight a 2v1. If they can do this, that is going to be the win for their team, but I don't see it happening easily. As for AR, or AK rather, it's definitely not the most apt weapon for this, but it's clearly not a concern of theirs. Oh, they're going for the tricky plant. They're going for the tricky plant! That is a clever strategy. Keeps the same amount of time on the clock, but it means that they have the advantage as long as they stay alive for the next 40 seconds and prevent disarms. That's the pressure on Game&Geek. Esther now the only one left as a result of that. And this is Esther. Esther, are you gonna manage? Going through the house. Being super tricky, trying to find that high ground. And Clashy takes them out. Nice defense on the bomb point. That gives Singularity an advantage once again. Very clever there. I loved that. Clashy coming in on the B point, just no one really around. Just why not plant? It only takes a few seconds, and by the time it's done, you have the advantage. You just have to wait there. Like I was pointing out their AK, it's not great necessarily for offense, but for defense, it works beautifully. It's anchor for a reason. So, that worked. That was a very smart strategy. Smoke grenades coming around on point B again. Yudish getting killed at short range. Sam's on the refrag, but that's still down a sniper. Sam's looking to just get as much revenge as they can, taking out everyone to Head for Death and Nax. Head for Death, the bomb carrier, and the only remaining member of the team. Once again, 1v2. Once again, going for that plant. Trying to take out Terea first, and does manage to do so. Head for Death appears to be just more confident in their deathmatch skills than they are in anything else. I don't see anyone around here. They're going for that plant. Or at least trying to bait with the plant. Esther realizing, yep, there is a plant. There's a vulnerability. Head for Death needs to go down. Unfortunately, didn't find a chance to take out the plant and to get them when they're vulnerable, but Head for Death was wise to that. Wait, are they just going to go for a straight disarm?
Time's almost up.
Okay, wait for Head for Death. Does spot them, but Head for Death takes them out. Bit of an awkward rotation from Esther. Or turn from Esther, not really rotation. I guess kind of both really were kind of awkward. So Head for Death takes it for their team. 4-2. 3 more rounds left for the attacking phase of Singularity, and that's looking to go quite well for them. Very fast push on a point A. There's the plant coming in there in 15 seconds.
The bomb has been planted.
You're just trying to find some picks as usual. Terea going around the garden. Sam's as well. Esther not sure where they're coming in from. Oh, well, I see ya. Double checking just in case anything comes around, but eachother flanking instead takes them out, and it's just all it is now is just a game of making sure the rest of the team stays alive and making sure that Game&Geek does not. Sam's trying their best to stay alive, does manage to get some kills of their own, and Terea gets rid of Nax. Clashy forced to retreat, but Terea goes to the defuse anyway and will be able to get it unless Clash is coming around the corner in time, and no, they don't. The defusal happens, and that gives Game&Geek a bit of hope as they get back on the board. Gotta say, we're seeing everything here. These teams really know what they're doing in terms of what windows they have for timing. We're seeing, 1v1 deploys, or plants, 1v1 diffuses. Like situations you wouldn't normally see in a lot of teams because there isn't that confidence in knowing when you can do it and how much time you have. But in this case, both these teams are acutely aware of what they have to work with for time, and they are making every second count. Not necessarily over life, though. Terea goes down. Esther refragging, taking revenge for Sams and Terea, but eachother being very efficient regardless. 3v3 grenade comes in, takes out Clashy. eachother goes down in response. May not matter, though. Nesmo, the only one left. It actually looks like it will matter. Only 5 seconds left, and it's not enough. Advantage goes over to Singularity. Last round in Singularity's attack phase. They're looking at a 6-3 going into defense. And I gotta say, that is kind of scary. I mean, again, historically, Singularity has not been the strongest search and destroy team, but it's pretty clear that they've been practicing, and obviously they've been shifting up the roster a little bit, and both, not sure which, probably both, coming in and making it a very different team in Search and Destroy. Game&Geek struggling to stay alive here. Sams and eachother, the only ones left. It's 2v4, though they still have their sniper. That is good to have. It may not be enough if eachother can't find the right angles. Going down around the side of the B point. Near the gas station. Can they find anything? There are enemies around here. Machine SSJ is nearby. Clashy, however, is planting the bomb. Sam's aware of that, not nearby enough to go for it. But thanks to eachother, there has been some reduction in the team. It's now 2v2. Advantages going over to Singularity. It'll depend entirely on the next little bit of gunfighting. Grenades popping around, and Sam's, they're going for the defuse? And they pretty much have to. There's eachother going in to cover them. There's the defuse happening. eachother coming around the side, takes out eachother. Sam's wisely getting out of there, and does not survive. Clashy and eachother coming in 2v1. And that is 6-3 on to the attack phase of Game&Geek. Now, Game&Geek has been struggling a bit on defense. I'm curious how well they'll work on attack. Just considering the fact that, well, Singularity is a very strong deathmatch team. This might be difficult to hold. Sam's going extremely forward. They are the bomb carrier. Not sure why they're being so aggressive, but they are, and it's paying off. 5v2 coming into this. Already the plant happening in 25 seconds. Just, why not? Machine SSJ, the only one left on Singularity. Game&Geek did not care. They didn't care they were playing Search and Destroy. No, they were just playing straight deathmatch. And that is Terea finishing it out. 4-6. Game&Geek back on the board. I mean, of course, if they don't win this, they are down to the point that they basically have one game left. Or one match left. Because this is Singularity up 1. If Game&Geek wins this, we tie it up. It's basically a best of 3. If Singularity wins this, then Game&Geek is really on the back foot. And they know it. And they're playing like they know it for sure. Trey coming around the side. Udish able to get some sniping going. Trey able to take out Orgic. And Sam's as well. Next, didn't even get any shots off. That's the sniper, and that's the one that really carries it for the team. But no, they are not managing to get much of anything. Let's see what they do this round. Wait, are they? Oh. Oh, dear. Okay, there might be some connection issues. Did not expect that. I was noticing people were getting killed in the spawn point for Singularity. I think that could be the issue going on here. Not to besmirch Game&Geek, it's just that I noticed there was a kill in the spawn point earlier. And Game&Geek is not being besmirched. They are definitely fighting hard. Next, looking for a point to shoot from. Udish, however, does go down to head for death. Sam's getting the refrag. Machine is going to the corner. Sam's, however, with the bomb, but they are running 2v3, possibly 1v3. Nesimo, heavily damaged Clash, he takes them out. Sam's the only one left on the team. Machine is defending point B. Sam's looking to go for it. Machine not going to let that happen. But Nax, they have coverage over basically the entire backside. Clashy getting taken out at point B, though. Sam's with a nice little shot, but it's not enough. Nax finishing them off. 7-5 in favor of Singularity. They are 3 rounds away from winning this match and putting themselves 1 match away from taking the entire tournament, getting that final grand prize, which I think is like 150 bucks. That was anticlimactic, I know, but they win. But they haven't won yet, and they may not win. Game&Geek still fighting hard. Udish and Nesimo, however, going down quickly. Refrag on a machine. Orgic and Clashy getting damaged, but Sam's is the only one left again, and now it's 2 matches left, or 2 rounds left for this match. On defense, too, we aren't really seeing a lot of plants. Singularity is just making this a death match. Well, actually, both of them are making it a death match. Neither really seems to want to play Search and Destroy. And that's a little surprising. We saw a lot of times Singularity was absolutely playing Search and Destroy. Like, they were on attack. They were finding those points where they could just drop the bomb in and turn the advantage to them. But it feels like Game&Geek are very focused on winning the frag war first, then turning it into bomb war. And they have won the frag war this round. Or at least so far. You're just going for that snipe. Orgic taking them out from the side. Nesimo might be able to get revenge, but that plant needs to happen sooner or later. Still a fair amount of time left. And actually, with that, Orgic, the only one left in the team. Nesimo, are you going to go for the plant? No, Orgic is providing too much of a threat onto point A. Orgic, what are you up to? Getting shot from behind, it looks like. Nesimo shooting them in the back of the head. And that puts Game&Geek back into some sort of running. They are still behind 2 rounds. They're also still attacking for the next, potentially rest of the game. Like, if they don't lose any more rounds, they're going to be on attack for the remainder of this match. And that's, well, that remains to be seen. So far, it's kind of been hard for them. Next bit of an awkward spot. Terea goes down immediately. Udish not finding a great set of angles here. No one's coming around the back side. Sam's gets taken out by Machine, but Machine gets taken out again by Nesimo. Nesimo taken out by Nax. Nax gets another kill. That leaves Esther all by their lonesome, not even with the bomb in tow. Head4death spots them, looks to flank out, gets taken out, but eachother was from behind and finishes off Esther. Match point coming in here for Singularity as a result of eachother's flank. We have one more round coming in, potentially. Game&Geek obviously does not want to let that happen. I'm not sure what the strategy is here. They've been trying to go for this deathmatch play this entire time, and it's been iffy. It's worked sometimes, it's failed other times. Head4death has proven to be a very strong opponent. Next, however, goes down as well, and they were also very strong. Very scary. Head4death, oh, taking out Sam's close up. Wich now the only one left in the team. I mean, Clever Snipes could do it, but they are not finding a position for it, and they are getting swarmed. Machine takes them out and takes it for Singularity up 2-0. One match potentially. This is tournament point. Or at least tournament match. What we're going on to now, domination on firing range, is going to be potentially it.
Nice work. Well done.
Do want to see what the scores were, though. Oh, Sam's actually doing a surprisingly good job when it came to kills. Yeah, we got to keep an eye on Sam's. Terea last week was doing an amazing job. This week they're doing fine. They're just getting taken out a lot very quickly. And Wich actually also doing a fine job. Or Judas, I don't know. Someone tell me how to pronounce that. Or Head4death is actually Clashy. I wasn't really pointing out Clashy, but Clashy was doing a lot of work there. However, we are seeing Clashy be swapped out, or not Clashy, we're seeing Machine SSJ be swapped out for Slayer from the older Singularity lineup, as domination is going to be potentially the deciding match. Domination on firing range, that's, well, can be kind of scary. I'm not really... I'm trying to think of where the points would be. Yeah, it's actually kind of scary, mainly because there aren't really any defensible points. Unlike Raid and Standoff, there isn't really a spawn point. Like point C, kind of the way of the Raid, but it's not the same. Like, that's not really a spawn point. That's just the kind of middle-ish. I don't know. There's nothing really safe. So we could see actually a very wildly shifting game, and that's exciting. Now we have, like I said, very quick takes. Unsurprising there. Very quick B take, but that's really the question of the day, because whoever takes that is winning. Singularity did take point C first. They do have a slight advantage, but that's rarely relevant. What's going to matter here is, of course, who takes point B, or, for that matter, if someone goes around the back to point A. Singularity looking to just take out whoever they can. eachother currently in the best position to take out point B, but taken out instead. Slayer looking just to hold. I just kind of feel like Singularity is well aware that they don't really need to take point B. They just need to not lose point C and not lose point B. We have, Head4death going around the back, looking to take, are they taking point A? Yes, they are! Head4death going for point A. Not going to manage to take it, though. It's pretty clear that Game&Geek doesn't want to lose the 1 point they have. They're struggling to take point B. Not going to let point A go without a fight. And that's exactly what they're giving next. Not really caring much, though. Once again, going for that. You're just trying to find that to stop the take, and they do indeed. Point B, though. Oh, Game&Geek going hard. Grenade takes out the point C capture, but point B is still being taken. And that is, looks like, at the same time, A has been lost. Game&Geek not completely out of the running, but they are way behind, losing point B. Sorry, losing point A. Point C looks to be taken. It's going to be tricky, though. Sam's trying to find everything they can. But this is a respawn mode. It's kind of hard to hold control as long as possible. That being said, Sam's work was not in vain. Point C being taken by Game&Geek. Point B being possibly retaken by... No, it's not. Singularity loses the person they had at point B. Next, going for it once again. And unable to find it. Point C being defended by Nesimo. Next, going for it. Takes out Nesimo, but decides to fall back. They cannot hold. Point B, however, is being taken. Oh, was being taken. Head for Death gets taken out. No longer able to hold on to it. Game&Geek not letting this go quickly. Very strong opening. I mean, very strong middle game. It's not really opening. It's... I mean, it's still pretty early, but we're halfway through the first phase. Next gets taken out. Nesimo on the refrag. Holding point C for their life. Point A remains in control of Singularity, but as long as Game&Geek holds their 2 points, they are going to be in the lead. 2 minutes remaining on the clock. And it's looking like we are going to be seeing... Switch over to 100 first. Point C being taken heavily, it looks like. Is that head for death? Was, but point A instead being taken. Oh, never mind. Trey goes down. Point C does get lost. Point A is... I don't know. Who's taking point A? Nesimo. Nesimo takes point A and saves it for Game&Geek as they lose point C. Nesimo, nicely done there. Point B, however, is possibly going over, but it's not going to last long. Orgic trying to retake point B. They're opening it up. Very nearly able to. And there's the retake. Nesimo in the construction site takes them out completely. Beautifully done. Still loses point B. Not the best thing in the world. And Nesimo getting flanked by Nex. No, takes them out completely. Man, I'm out of though, and point C being retaken. Is that going to last? That is going to last. Point C is now back in control of Game&Geek. They have this round, or this phase in the bag. Unless they lose all 3 points. But that seems highly unlikely. That I've actually never seen that happen in a domination match. I've seen it come close, but no one's ever actually taken all 3 points at once. And it might actually be a bit closer than I thought it would be. Looks like the time limit is going to be relevant. Surprisingly enough, these teams are just fighting way too close. And there it is. Game&Geek does lose a point, or does lose all 3 points briefly. Just going by Swarm, getting point A. Should be able to get point B pretty shortly. It may not matter, though. Actually, it won't matter. We're ending out on time limit. Slight advantage to Game&Geek, but very, very slight. This is amazingly close. Game&Geek knows this is their tournament life on the line. Like, if they do not win this, they go to silver. They do not get first place. And they have to win this, or it's over. This is still tournament point. Again, the AC split as normal. B point. Who is taking B point? Next, looking to control near B point before going in for themselves. Little uncertain. Sam in the trailer. And Nesimo in the steel frame building on the side. That could be enough. Actually, it's definitely enough. Yudish also in the side. Will spot Nax. And Nax holding on there. Oh, point A also being taken out. Who's on that? Oh, it's the entire team. Sam's grab it. Point C are being retaken in response. And point B being taken as well. Next just went for that. And they got it. But at the cost of pretty much their entire team, that point is being retaken. And Head for Death does not defend it. With that retaken, Game&Geek once again reclaims their lead. It may be short-lived. Frag grenade dropped in point B. Does not take out Clashy. Very nearly does. And that's going to be a very, very close save. Point B almost went over Singularity. Game&Geek saving it barely. Head for Death looking to go over. Trying to take point. Actually, Head for Death and Nax both looking to take point A. Point C, however, being lost. Just a trade. Game&Geek still maintaining control over 2 points. That's what counts. This entire time, Game&Geek has been very clever about taking the high ground, making sure to hold on to particularly that center point near point B, like the house near point B here that Esther's hanging out in. Orgic taking out even higher from the higher sniper nest. So that's where it's coming in handy. That good old high ground. And now point B once again being threatened, but not taken. Slayer on that point being bullied off the point by Esther. Doing a great job protecting it next, taking out Esther, however, and it could be another Game&Geek win out here, actually. Looks like Game&Geek just really doesn't have much to worry about. Unless they lose this. Clashy going for it, head for death. Coming in for support. Point C being lost, but point A being taken in trade. Esther MVP. My goodness, Esther has been just going around this entire map, protecting point B, capping point A when needed. Have they died even yet? They've just been holding on to... Okay, yes, they have died. But they have been doing an amazing job holding on to everything. I mean, I say that as Sam's has 27 kills and Nesimo's 23, but as much as that is a really useful thing to have, Sam's has been on the point and just paying the closest attention to mission objectives, defending them consistently too. And we could see head for... Oh, are we seeing it? We are! Terea going for it! The triple point! Everything in favor of Game&Geek. Singularity has nothing to their name. This is potentially like 5 seconds to victory. A point is being taken by Next. No, Next goes down. Trying to take A point. Desperately, Singularity looking to take this back. They'd have to retake all 3 points if they want to have a chance of actually getting back in this game. At this point, we are going on to Game 4. We are going to be seeing another Search and Destroy. And Game&Geek making an amazing comeback in the middle of the domination round. And the first triple point capture I have seen, that we've seen on stream here in Trinity League. Game&Geek fighting beautifully to get back into this tournament. We are moving on to Game 4. Singularity not getting the shutout, opening up pretty strong, but then just ultimately, I gotta say, like, I know it's not here, but I gotta credit Esther. Like, yeah, the stats do not show how much Esther was just controlling those points. Like, Sam's, Nesimo, and Terea were more just going around and sweeping, which is also very useful. Esther, more like the last line of defense, and they did a great job as that last line of defense, holding on to those points. So brilliantly done there. Game&Geek holding on for dear life in this last hardpoint match. And it is, I believe, the last... Oh no, never mind. Sorry, last domination. So the last domination match. We're going on a hardpoint on standoff. That is going to be Game 4. And should that not... mentioned before, if that doesn't go through, if Game&Geek wins that, then we're on S&D on firing range. Hardpoint and standoff is, to me, kind of... It's kind of the advantage to... Well, okay, I'd say it's the advantage of Singularity, but this is a map that is a bit more familiar. I've seen Game&Geek play on this map hardpoint, so I would be surprised if they don't know where the points are. Because it felt like on Raid that Game&Geek wasn't entirely sure about where the next point was, and Singularity knew exactly where to go. I expect we'll see a much more even match this time around. And again, Game&Geek is desperate. They do not want to lose this. If they win this, they're into a tie game. Or they're basically just like 1 round to win. Starting out a bit weak for them, though. Singularity coming in, starting out strong. Taking that first point. That is the garden point, which is the hardest point to hold. Terea looking to try to take it back. I mean, I say it's the hardest point to hold, but I'm surprised we aren't seeing a lot of people come through the house. Slayer is mindful of that, too, making sure no one can come through the house. Not on their watch, anyway. Terea looks to come around. Takes out Slayer, opens up the path around the back. Though we already are seeing 30 points in favor of Singularity. And there's the house push. Orgic sees it coming, gets the call. Good calm Singularity. Holding that point, very nearly shutting out Game&Geek early on. Game&Geek already moving over to the next point. And Terea's ready. Terea's dead. Terea wasn't so ready. But on the refrag, that does give Game&Geek their point. Judas once again going around trying to find their targets. Instead finding that hay bales do not work as windows for frag grenades. Still works out. Terea defending the point beautifully, and that is comeback potential. Game&Geek holding on. This Clash coming around the side to contest, but good defense coming in here by Sams. Just that outward rotation defense, making sure that only Terea is needed inside the point to actually defend it. Sams comes out, takes out Slayer, head for death, looking for the refrag, and finds it. Contesting that hard point. They might be able to get it. It's, man, I mean, irrelevant, actually. Nesmo, as long as they just hold on to the point and don't let it go. The rest of the team's already over to the next point, or fighting for it anyway. Yudish inside. Sams takes it, and that is immediately Singularity losing that point. They got to get that retake. And this, in my opinion, is the, or not in my opinion, in my experience of watching these teams, is the hardest point to retake. Game&Geek find themselves in a strong position now. Bit of an early fumble, but they've recovered beautifully. Retaking this lead. Holding on to this point, and they pretty much don't have to worry about it. Terea and Esther going on the side. Esther has been taken out, however. Terea still looking to try to find who they can get rid of. Of course, it's worth noting, we are at 15 seconds in, which is around the point that teams start rotating. And, oh, Terea, are you going to hold on to this? No, it's not Terea, it's Yudish. And they do! Hold on to it beautifully, in fact. Terea already at the factory. Just about ready. The rest of the team is already in there, so that is going to be it. Esther on the side. Nesimo's got the point on cap. Head for that, looking to come around the side. Was spotted beforehand, but not able to be taken out. Esther looking to wallbang that, and does manage to do so. So again, Game&Geek just not letting these points go. Like, Singularity, those first two matches really went in their favor, but Game&Geek, they are fighting tooth and nail, and it is working. Slayer gets removed by Esther. Terea coming around the side. On the flank, Esther still holding that point. Nesmo inside the building. After Death coming around the side, getting threatened by grenades. Slayer gets damaged but not killed, and that is a takeover. Singularity putting themselves back on the board, but with only 10 seconds left. Game&Geek is already concerned about that garden. Already deciding to plant their roots in and take that next point for free. Or they would be. Sams went outside a little too soon. The retake is successful. Terea does manage to take that back, but it's not so easy. And Orga coming around the house. Again, this is the point that's very difficult to defend. And Singularity knows how to defend it. We should be seeing Slayer around the back. Or, is anyone around the back? No, next is around the side. However, that's on the top. No one's really being allowed to go into the house. And that's the key thing. If no one goes in the house, then everything's fine. So, that garden point's basically Singularity's ticket back into this game. Sam's reclaiming it. Making sure that that is not a free ticket. Going to be very expensive. Which Orgic decides to pay in Sam's blood. So a few seconds left. Again, the next point is already being rotated to Slayer already finding themselves in there. Nesmo takes them out and holds the point as a result. Or no. Quick retake attempt coming in here. Nesmo, brilliant use of cover, but it's not quite enough for the amount of players they're fighting against. That means Singularity getting themselves back into this match. With some trouble though, head for death. Shot in the head by Judas. Orgic on the refrag, retaking that point. And Singularity only 15 points away from getting themselves back into this match. Or rather, taking the lead. Again, Singularity doesn't have as much pressure. Ooh. Nice kill on Nyx there with the grenade. Good job, Esther. Is it going to be enough? That may not matter. The rest of the team's moving over. The lead is shifting over back to Singularity. But we are looking at the shift over to the house. And again, the house is the key point. This is the point that will give Game&Geek back the match. And there it is. Orgic wanting to prevent, or not Orgic, rather. Slayer, actually, I think was on that point. Clashy wanted to prevent it, and Clashy successfully preventing it. My miscall. Clashy, amazing job there. Nax as well. Can't forget them. Amazingly done, holding on to this point. That this is Game&Geek needed this point. Terea looking to come back in, but not managing to find a single shot off. Nax taking out everyone they can around the sides. Singularity getting a strong lead, and what should have been Game&Geek's ticket back into this match. It's going to be their comeback, and this is not happening. Nesimo finally takes it back for the last few seconds, but it's not even going to be enough. Head for death. Not letting that go, not even for a second. Of course, the factory is next. Terrail looking to take that, but Clashy and Nax, Orgic already prepared. Grenade coming in to hold them off a little bit. Game&Geek does manage to at least get this hard point, but there's Clashy taking out Yiddish, taking Nesimo, or looking to take a Nesimo. Indeed they do. Slayer moving in now. They figure it's fine time to do so. Terea trying to defend and does manage to do so briefly, but Nax right there, finishing it off, and Singularity only 50 points away from victory. This is looking bleak. Singularity needs to hold on to this point, and then after that, it's basically just a matter of getting what little they can. Game&Geek knows it, coming in hard, but already the defense is prepared. Esther cannot get through Nax, and Orgic, I mean, the rest of the team can't. Between grenades, smoke grenades, assault rifles, it's just bleak. And this is clear. Singularity is, they have that point. Game&Geek moving on back onto the garden. It's going to be hard to hold. But if they do, that should at least get them a bit of a comeback. But no, they don't. Singularity takes it back. This is it. If Singularity holds on to this point any longer, it's their game. It's their tournament. Some damage is being done, but Singularity's already laid out properly. They have the defense set up. They have the point. 3 more seconds. And that is the tournament. Singularity is our winner. Taking it 3-1. They are the Trinity League champion. Congratulations, Singularity. Commiserations to Game&Geek, though. Congratulations on second place. Nothing wrong with that. But the victor is Singularity. Very strong performance by everyone on their team. And again, it was a very strong attempt. I let the mid-game where Game&Geek was really holding it. They had a great position. I mean, the garden fell back, that's fine. It's just once they lost that house, once they lost the second story house, there wasn't much hope left. You know, amazing coordination in the mid-game, mid to late game by Singularity to take that game back. And that is going to be it. That is the tournament. We are done. So congratulations to Singularity. You have won this tournament again. So that, I believe, is going to be it. Thank you very much for watching. Also, congratulations to Orion for getting third place. And thank you all of you for participating in the tournament. It wouldn't be anything without the players in it. Again, thank you all as well for watching this tournament, those of you who are tuned in. There's quite a large overlap between the two groups. And thank you to Leno for organizing the tournament. It was great fun. And also thanks to Vincent and Vigilante for co-casting with me at various points during the tournament. Fortunately, Vigilante could not be there. They had some personal matters to attend to, so they were busy. But I hope you enjoyed that regardless, and thank you all for watching. Have a good night, everyone.